Yeah. Aren't you feeling that groove? I'm definitely feeling that groove. Happy June, y'all. What is going on? And welcome, welcome, welcome to another Live at 5, where we teach you the organic approach to making money online. So as you are popping on, make sure you put hashtag live in the comments section. Share this broadcast with at least two of your business besties. Put the word share in the comments and just let us know that you are ready to rock and roll with us today, because today we are going to be talking about ourselves. We're going to share a little bit of our journey with you so that you know that it's okay to go through some of the things that you go through because we've been through it. The thing is, you see people's success, but you don't know what happens in the background before the success comes. So, we're going to share a little bit about that with you today. So, I'm hoping that the Wi-Fi is treating us right today, because one thing about the Wi-Fi, it's never you just never know what you're going to get. So, Takesha, you think you can continue for us? If there is there anything that I left out, just let me know before we share our slides, because we got slides for y'all today. Yeah, it looks like she's
That's
trying
right.
to. Okay, there we go. There we go. I can hear
Yeah,
you. Perfect, 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 perfect. So,
so true.
all right, go ahead. Try it again. Yeah, the Wi-Fi is not being nice today.
Yeah. Did you introduce them to us? Tell them who we were?
Oh, that would be nice. Right. For those of you that do not know who we are,
Oh, you
my
can hear
name
me
is,
now. Oh my goodness.
yeah,
I was saying,
yeah.
yeah. We need to we tell them our names. Let them know who we are. All that good stuff.
All right. So,
I
those
said,
of you,
yeah. Tell them our name and
uh-huh,
who we are. All of that
gotcha.
good stuff.
Gotcha, gotcha. So, those of you that do not know us, my name is Daria Jackson Legan. Yeah, I'm hailing from Brooklyn,
Amazing.
New York. And my co partner here, Takesha Wyatt, from the sunny, hot Florida. And we bring you greetings today. And we are super excited to share with you as well. So, if you're not able to get your name to showcase when you're commenting, there is a link above this video that will allow StreamYard or whatever platform you are watching us from to be able to comment. So, with that said, I bring you greetings. I want to give a shout out to all of you that are watching us from YouTube, from LinkedIn, and also from Facebook, our Facebook page. Um, it seems like we can't stream in our group anymore, so you have to go to our page. But those of you that are in our group, will make sure that we're able to share in there as well. So I think it's time for us to rock and roll. What you say? What say you? What say you? All right, so I am going to share my screen.
Hey.
Okay, and that way we can get this party started. You know what I'm saying? We about to get this party started. All right. So, Takesha, you see this screen? Can you see it? I'm hoping that you.
Absolutely. So,
Okay.
am I caught up yet? Should I go out and come back in?
Um. Well, I can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yes. So we can go ahead and get started.
Hold on.
So as you
So
see,
see, I do. Can you hear me at all?
I can hear you now, but now I don't hear you. Yeah, so if you're saying something right now, I don't hear anything. Okay. All right. Let me do a message, see what's going on. All right, looks like she must have came out and went back in, and we might be able to rock and roll as soon as she gets back. You know how technology is. So we're going to be talking about the leader's journey, ourselves, the our authenticity, our empathy and vision as pathways to influence, because we weren't always influencing. We were being influenced, but we weren't being influencers.
Right.
So it looks like she is back now. Can you hear me?
Yes. Is that better?
Yes, much
Yes.
better. Much better. Much better. Now I
Is
can
that
hear you.
better?
Much better. Much better.
Wonderful. Wonderful. I was like, let's go out and get back in because it seems like we're having a delay.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, and I can see the screen. I'm just going to make it bigger. Wonderful. Wonderful. Yeah, Daria, thanks for that great intro, guys. I'm so sorry that we were having this. So, yeah, everything's fine. I just needed to go out and come back in. And yeah, we can go ahead and get started. And guys, I hope you can see our screen. Put a one inside of the comments if you can see our screen, right? If you can see this presentation in front of you, the leader's journey, authenticity, empathy, and vision, pathways to influence, right? Because let's face it, as leaders, we are also influencers. We
Hmm.
influence many, right? And that's just a fact of the matter. We influence many.
For
So
sure.
Daria and I both came up with some challenges, right? And so we both came up with three challenges and one challenge that we both agree, like, yeah. And in truth, all seven of these we all dealt with, right? We both dealt with. But we both picked some of them to discuss today. And so my one thing was standing out in a crowded market. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Let's just face it. I mean, I never had a birthday party and had a whole bunch of people show up, let alone right, found out how to how to stand out there. I wasn't Miss Popularity in school, so I didn't know nothing about, showing out, showing up alone or how I felt. The network marketing arena is, of course, is busy with energy and competition. Lots of
Sure.
competition out there. And initially, of course, I found myself, just saying the same old things as everybody else, right? Just like how they were,
Hmm.
right? I wasn't using my voice, right? And I was struggling to make my voice heard because I wasn't being authentic. So, like, really, the game changer, the breaking point of all of this, I had to embrace my unique story and values and sharing them authentically, with my audience. That's really what opened everything up. Because if you actually show up as yourself, you are more comfortable, right? And
Exactly.
what people don't get. You're gonna be more comfortable. You're gonna want to show up more because you're not pretending to be somebody else. So the lesson
Mhm.
learned: authenticity is your greatest marketing tool.
I'm telling
So
you, it's
put
not,
that in your
it's not
bag. What
exactly.
D? Oh my
It's
God.
nothing like being. It's nothing like being you.
Yes.
Nothing
So if
like
you
it.
show up one day and they be like, oh, who is this? Who is this person? Yeah, because I used
Mhm.
to try to be all professional, all corporate. And then I was like, but if they met me in the street or at an event, they'd be like, oh,
Wait,
she
is
doesn't
that
talk like that.
that's the
That's her
first person?
professional, right?
Right.
And so I was like, I'm just gonna be me, right?
That's it.
I know proper English, but of course, I also like to mix it up with slang sometimes. It just depends on what my audience is. I'm versatile like that, and I wasn't really sure how to project that onto the online space. That was my
Mhm.
biggest thing. Like, how do I
Yeah.
bottle this up,
Yeah. That reminds me.
right?
Yeah, it
It up,
reminds me of when I first started teaching. I didn't really know how to be. I thought I had to be
yeah.
this super stoic professional, don't
Oh my goodness,
relate to anything, it's just all about, the lesson, but I
yeah,
realized that, you have to put your personality, you have to be a person,
yeah.
and that's
There
what
you
the
go.
kids gravitate to. They gravitate to the person, the spirit, and see that you're a real person, and that's appealing, and it definitely transcends over to your marketing as well. So
Yeah, it
totally
does.
relate to that.
And when we say marketing tool, yes, that is the greatest marketing tool, embracing your uniqueness because that's your superpower. There's only
Mhm.
one of you. That's what people follow you for because of you. There's no other
Mhm.
you. People can mimic you, but they can never be you, right? That's the beauty.
Exactly.
So, challenge number two: building a trusted network. First of all, I'm not a very trusted person. I'll just put that out there. It's just hard. In the beginning, expanding my network, it did feel like shouting to the void. You know what I mean? And what I'm saying, I'm just not. Once I talk to you, have a conversation, is different. What I'm saying, and I talk to anybody, but trusting is just like a big old thing, right? And building a trusting network, it's a game changer. You know what I'm saying? And it was all about shifting my focus. And that's what I didn't realize. Right? Because I was like, sale, 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 sale. I gotta get a sale. I gotta make a sale because the sale is how I pay my bills. Then I gotta make you know what I mean? And that was my focus. Like, I gotta sell, sell, sell. But then I didn't realize that I wasn't providing any value.
Mhm.
Right? So I wasn't providing any value. I wasn't connecting with people. You know what I mean? I wasn't showing up as my authentic self, and by opening relationships rather than trying to close sales, 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 sales. Oh, I'm standing in line at the grocery store. Hey, ma'am, you look like you would be, like
Yes,
that was
yes.
for me. So I fostered trust and loyalty, you know, and you just have to remember that people buy from those that they trust. We tell you all the time, it's a know, like, and trust factor, right? And that was my biggest thing. Like, how do I get people to trust me? You know what I'm saying? I don't really trust people, you know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying? But if you conversate with people and you show up consistently, people will start to learn to trust that you're going to show up, right? That's where the
Mhm.
first
That's the start.
comes from, right? They're
Mhm.
gonna trust that you're gonna give them value, right? And I didn't understand that, right? And sometimes, that's how it is. Sometimes your background does affect how well you do at first. That's why personal development is so important, right?
Extremely.
Like, that's no BS. Like, personal development is so important for that reason, right? It'll
Extremely.
put you through so many hard days, right? Because just like having a job, some days you want to quit, but you got bills, right? It's the same thing. You know what I mean? You're not gonna quit because you love doing it, and just because you had a bad day does not mean you're about to quit. So let's talk about challenge number 3. And boy, let me tell you,
Hmm.
I was gonna put this one or number 4. Like we like Derry and I didn't know this one or number 4 was gonna be the one that we had shared, right? Because when
Right.
we say overwhelmed with technology and tools,
What?
I mean, people talking about you need to build a funnel, you need to have an email series, you need to have a landing page, you need to have uh
A
uh
blog?
girl. And every time I'm like, dang, Daria, what's that thing called again? A lead magnet.
Yeah,
Boom. See,
lead
so
magnet.
every
Hmm.
time I'm like, called again, and I got it
Like
take me a few.
what?
Just all these components and all these tools. You need to have something that does this and automate that, and
Yeah.
like the plethora of tools and platforms available. Oh my God, we're like,
What?
which one? And there's so many different ones to choose from to do so many different things. And it felt like drowning in options, right? And it's like, okay, which one is going to help me swim, right? Because I'm trying to get out there, right?
Right.
To Keisha know how to swim already. I just need you to tell me, you know what I'm saying? That are there any alligators in this water? Oh, no alligators? All right.
Yep,
Because
we
I'm from,
good. We good.
you know what I'm saying? I gotta ask that question with the body of water. So, what was the solution? I had to take a big, huge step back, right? Not a tiny step back. I had to take a step back. And I had to focus on mastering just one tool at a time. You know what I'm saying? And starting with tools like social AI, because you guys are so lucky to have something like that available to you. Because Derry and I,
Yes,
you know, when I tell you, I mean, I can come up with some stuff on the fly, but when I tell you, it definitely does help,
it
right?
does.
It definitely does help for social media engagement, social media posts, because sometimes you just don't know what to post. So you might wake up and you just not in the mood. You don't have to be, right? You know what I mean? You can be like,
Mhm.
come up with something for me, make it sound great, you know. And so this approach definitely simplified my process and it amplified my results because you can't be afraid to use tools because they are one of the keys to you automating your business and your life, right? Because you don't want to be on social media all the time, right? Because it might seem like we on there all the time, but we're not.
Right. Right.
Right? And that's the impression you want to give. They're
Exactly.
always on social media, but we're not. You know what
No.
I mean? And you can see even when we were, vacationing, whatever we're doing, we still showing up. Sometimes a lot more when we're together, right? Because we
Yes.
we coming up with content while we're together. So don't be afraid to utilize tools. Don't be afraid to take the time to learn technology. Technology is your friend.
It
And
sure is.
everything, what? You better tell it, D.
Hmm.
Everything is hard at first. That's why they call challenges. You're not
Yes.
just supposed to jump out here and know everything. When you started your first career choice, you didn't know everything there was to know about it. You started
No.
somewhere and somebody trained you, right? And you
Exactly.
had to learn all that stuff.
That's it.
And one day you were like, I got this. Simple. Right? And you remember that first day, you were like, what am I
Exactly.
gonna do? How am I gonna who does this? Like, how do you keep up? And then, boom,
It's just too
next thing
much
you
in
know, you
the beginning.
rolling.
Yeah, it's too much in the
You
beginning.
remember day one.
It's like extremely overwhelming.
Yeah.
It reminds me of when I first got started in 2010, and
Mm,
I was a part of a company that teaches you how to market online. And every week they taught you a different strategy. So I would spend the week before trying to understand and learn the strategy that was taught the week before, and then the next week was a different one. So I was like in this roller coaster ride.
Mm-hmm.
because I never got much marketing done because I was busy learning. And I would learn one strategy, then go learn another and try to implement it, then learn another. And I wasn't getting anything done, you know? So it was crazy. It was really, really crazy. And then I learned like, oh, I'm getting a phone call.
Yeah,
Um,
we
I,
money come off.
yep, that's what it is. And I learned that I wasn't supposed to hone in on all those strategies. That I was supposed to just pick one, focus on that, learn it, and then go on to something else. Where I was trying to do everything. I was trying to blog. I was trying to tweet. I was trying to do ads. I was trying to do email marketing. I was trying to do all this stuff. And I just found myself constantly in front of the computer trying to figure stuff out. Wait. I got to get my blog right, get my website right. Oh, oh, it was crazy. It was crazy, but I wasn't making no money. And
Yeah.
if I did, I got a sale here and there.
So busy.
Yeah. I wasn't, cultivating relationships with people. I was posting and ghosting because I felt that's what I need to do. Just get as much stuff out there. People need to see my links, and that's it.
And
So
we're gonna talk more about that.
yeah,
'Cause
we can get it.
that's
We can get into it.
so many
Yeah, we can
people
certainly get into it.
face. So many people face that challenge. Like, you know what I mean? We all did that. Like, we didn't know any better. Oh, somebody said, "Hey, let me send them my link."
Mhm. Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's go on to the next one. D.
All right. Yeah, I was just texting my
This
aunt, letting her
is
know I'm doing a recording, that we in the middle
oh,
of this. All right,
absolutely. This
man.
is DMI's shared challenge,
Yeah.
right? Maintaining consistency. When we
Mm,
tell you consistency was our Achilles heel, like it sounds crazy, right? Be consistent, show up every day. But when you have so much time on your hands and life is life and
yes. Yes.
you know, it's it's just no way you can know what's gonna happen from one moment to the next. And that's
Exactly.
basically what it was. And you know, if you don't have a calendar and your calendar is not your boss, you're gonna find yourself being very inconsistent.
Very
You
much so.
know, and of course, we had to realize that we needed to be setting more realistic goals,
Hmm.
right? More realistic goals, smart goals, flexible schedule, you know what I'm saying, that accommodated life. Because, of course, when you work from home, people assume don't do squat.
For
Oh, she's
sure.
home. Oh, she's home. She could do it. But
Hmm.
I have things that I need to do. This is right how I pay my bills, right? So consistency isn't about perfection. And I think that was my biggest thing about consistency, right? Because I
Hmm.
felt like it needed to be just so. I felt like the pictures needed to be just so. I felt like what I said needed to be just so. I felt like, you know what I mean? And that stops you. That stops you from actually creating. It's about creating and giving value and putting the things out there. Even more so now that you have this dashboard with Facebook, right?
Right.
Because
Right.
Facebook is like, look here, honey, do this, that, and the third, and we're gonna pay you. And everybody's like, what? You gonna pay us?
Yep.
Okay. Ooh,
Yep. They're
we're
paying
down.
you.
We're down.
Yep. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
And
And
so
so,
that's it.
right.
Maintain that consistency. Yep.
Hmm.
Because it does happen. We all have that. And if you took a week off or you took a month off, you just start back. You know what I mean? You're just gonna start
Just start
back
over.
from day one.
That's it.
Right? You're just gonna keep on going. Right? Because there's no giving up. You have to rest sometimes, but you don't give up.
Exactly.
The only way to ensure
Exactly.
that you won't be successful, D, and I can tell you, is if you quit. And that shouldn't even be, you know what I mean, in your vocabulary. That's not even an option,
No
right?
option.
That's not even. The option is to keep going and to get better each day. 1%, just 1% each day. That's it.
That's it. That's it. That's simple. And if you have a why that that motivates you to get up and get started and be excited to do what you need to do to show up for your business, that's going to help you with consistency as well. But if your why is just, well, I just want to make $100, you can say to yourself, oh, well, I guess I'll do that tomorrow. I won't make it today, but I'll make it tomorrow. But if
And
your why
I think you got to
is
end tomorrow.
deep, yeah, if it's deeper than that, you're going to get up and do what you got to do.
Yep,
You're going to get up and do what you got to do.
absolutely.
Hmm.
Absolutely. Now we're gonna go into Daria's challenges, the 3 challenges that Daria had, and yeah, let's get it. You go,
All
girl.
right, let's get into it. So let's talk about casting too wide of a net. I didn't even realize that this is what I was doing. So picture this. This was me. I'm thinking that I could be an entrepreneur for everybody. Guess what? That's not how it works. I ended up feeling all kinds of disappointments. Like,
Oh
what in
God.
the world? What's going on? I didn't understand why everybody wasn't jumping into my opportunity or just jumping on board to buy from me. I mean, I known these people for years. What's going on? No, no, doesn't work that way. So my lesson was I needed to know my tribe. A lot of the people that we market to are not part of our tribe. They're just
And
not a target audience. And if you're only sharing and promoting to your friends and family, you need to stop.
yeah,
Okay. There's a huge
absolutely.
world out there of people that want and need what you have. So don't be afraid to spread out, spread your wings. Okay, because your product is solving problems for many people outside of your friends and family. As a matter of fact, now that you have social media, you really don't need to go and bug your friends and family. You can attract the people that need and want your product and won't even think twice because it's something that they want and they need. Friends and family, they think twice. Oh, I don't know. They thinking all this stuff. I got to think about it. Oh, I think it's a little bit too much. But if it was somebody else that they didn't know, they'd be more apt to pull out their wallet, their credit card, and get it. But sometimes when it's just you, because they know you and they knew who you were before you went into business, that's what stops them. But it's all good.
Yeah,
Their practice. Think of your friends and family as practice, but your customers that don't know you are the ones that's going to make you wealthy. So just know that.
that's right.
So it's all
Friends and
about
family.
finding those, right? Finding those who will vibe with you and want what you're offering. It is that simple. So remember, when you're marketing to everyone, you're marketing to no one. So think about who you want to talk to, think about who you want to help, and that's who you craft your content around.
Yeah,
Simple as that. It makes it so much easier.
yeah, so much easier.
So my challenge number two, and I talked about this a little bit earlier, becoming it was like a link spamming extravaganza. Like I would have dinner. All right, let's see what link I'm gonna spread out today.
Oh
Because
my
I had
God.
so it was just a matter of which one I was gonna share. You know,
Yes, right.
I was dropping links like it was hot everywhere. It didn't matter whether you asked for it or not. You was getting a link. That's just like feeding me liver. I don't like liver.
Oh my
Do
God.
give me liver. Just because you think I might like it because you like it, don't put liver on my plate. And that's how the links are. Please don't drop a link unless the person asks for it. Your links
Yeah,
are sacred. Your links are hot. These are yours. You don't want to just give them out like hot cakes. Like it
no,
didn't mean then it looks like it doesn't mean anything. But your links are special, all
yep,
right? Because it's linking to solving a problem. And
yes.
you're behind that. So it's special. So don't be so quick to just give out your links. Have a conversation first. See if the person actually wants it. Especially when you
Hmm.
do those curiosity post, and you tell them to drop info, and they drop info. You give them the link, and then crickets. They don't even go in their messenger and look at it.
Yes.
The nerve to ask for another link, and you go in there like, wow, I sent you a link before about something else. You didn't even look at that. Now you asking me for another
Ooh,
link? Really? So
boy, I
have
tell
a
you.
conversation with them first and see if they and see if they really, really want that link. Because they'll tell you, yes, please send this, please send it to me in Messenger, please text it to me,
Right.
please email it. Then you know that they're at least gonna look at it. It
Yeah.
doesn't guarantee that they're gonna join you, but at least you know they'll look at it. So I
Right.
realized that I could have been spending all that energy instead of spamming links everywhere, understanding the needs of my audience, and then crafting the content that's going to directly speak to them. That's what I should have been focusing my energy on. But
Yeah.
but I didn't know. Now somebody else is calling me. So I'm gonna have to holler at her. This is a beautiful thing, but this is all from home, right? And this is a
Yeah.
customer business partner that's
Come
calling
on.
me right. So, but anyway, let me see if I can
Yeah.
stop that call. All right, there we go. So,
There you
so
go.
it's not just about your product; it's about the problem you're solving. So you don't want to spam your product all over the place because then there's no reason for people to talk to you. But
At
if you're
all.
sharing how you're able to solve a problem, and maybe share like liquid or a tablet or a bottle or something, they can't make out what it is, then it's going to create curiosity and they'll say, hey, what was that post about? I saw your post about XYZ. What was that? Now you got a conversation. Now you're speaking to somebody that's interested. And
Yeah.
again, it doesn't guarantee that you're going to get that sale, but believe me, you're on their radar. And you might not get it that day, but it's coming. That's why you see those posts. Oh, I went to bed last night and I got a sale. Believe me, before that sale hit, they had some kind of conversation, some kind of interaction. You just
Absolutely.
don't know when the person's going to take action. They'll say,
That's
"Oh,
right.
I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it." But they might not get it that day. They might not get it until a week later,
That's right.
because,
That's why it's so important to follow up and to
yeah,
have that email series
yeah,
doing the following up for you.
right. But I used to think I just throw my link out there and people will click on it and buy. No, no, not at all.
Brooklyn.
So please learn from this. Please.
Yes.
I'm
That
telling
is
you.
why we do it. We want you to learn from our mistakes. And
Right.
number three, my goodness, yes, we all
Yeah.
have done that.
Yeah. So, I was thinking, okay, if I just post enough, because this just adds on, people are gonna make a beating path to my door. I'm just not posting enough. That's why nobody is clicking. That's why no one is buying, because I'm not posting enough. So I spend the whole day posting in groups, posting on my profile over and over and over. Same thing, and wondering what the heck is going on.
Right? Like, I know
Yeah.
they sent me a link.
Yeah, what's going on? They see it. But what I
Oh,
realize is not about the post, it's about the person behind the post. That's what people are looking at. They're looking at the post, the person that put the post out. Like, why is she putting all of this out and she ain't even talking to me? She's not
right.
even trying to build a relationship with me. What's up
Not
with
even in the comments. I comment on everything she posts. And
right?
not one
Not
time did she respond to none of my
no
comments.
response. I wasn't responding to comments. I didn't know that that's what I was supposed to be doing.
Yeah, right.
I
I
didn't
was like, I
know.
like it. I didn't know.
I
Oh,
did.
I gotta respond. Oh, conversate. Oh, social media. Oh, I gotta actually be social.
Duh. Right? So,
Who knew
and I was wondering why when people would get into opportunities that they would have people they can call like, "Hey, you need to take a look at this." Not, "Well, can you please look at my link?" No, "Yo, you need to take a look at this. I'm sending you a link now. Click on it.
Yeah,
Look at it." You need to
yeah,
have at least 5 people you could do that with. Those are your business besties, people that you could connect with, people that you could
yeah,
chat with and share insights and, you know, Just chop it up with different ideas. And then there's no awkwardness. There's
Yeah.
none, because they're your business bestie and they're like, all right, what you got now? Not looking at you all sideways because they
Exactly.
in between,
And
they
like,
know
yo,
what's,
what is it? Let's go.
yeah. And I'm like, yo, you need to do this. You need to look at this like yesterday. I'm telling you, yesterday.
Oh,
Look at it now. Call me back. Let's chat about it.
absolutely.
Wow, okay. And you say whatever you need to say, and next thing you know, the person is signing up.
Yeah.
That's how
And
that goes.
and and that is definitely something that you're only gonna get by building relationships,
You have to.
right? You're gonna get that just by posting and ghosting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
To respond to other people's comments. You need to make sure you're engaging with them. If they message you and they need help, it's not a problem to help people,
Right.
right? It's not a problem, especially if people are on your team. You need to be helping those people.
Of course.
Absolutely need to be helping those people, right?
Yeah. Sure.
And because of course they feel like a lone wolf as well. They feel
Mm-hmm.
like they're out there by themselves and they don't know what they're doing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
They have
They
no idea.
yeah. They just know
They're
they
like,
not.
yo, I'm gonna post here and I'm gonna post there. I'm gonna post dang near everywhere, right?
Hey.
and
Oh
and
man.
sure you get some eyeballs on there, but not as many as if you were following the blueprint, right? And we talk about it all the time, right? You need to make sure that you have a blueprint. You need to make sure that you're following the blueprint. If you don't have a blueprint, Derry and I have a blueprint, right? You
Sure.
guys need to make sure that you have one and that you follow it, whatever it is, right? 30 days to whatever, 30 days to 10
Mhm.
grand, whatever it is. You need to make sure that you have a blueprint and you need to make sure that you are following that blueprint, right?
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. So without building relationships, you're going to be in for a tough ride. Believe me, it took me years to realize that I was doing
believe us,
and
it
I
took us a long time.
a
When we tell,
long time.
and of course, getting a great coach and a mentor
Mm-hmm.
is absolutely sometimes what it takes. And of course, Derry and I do coaching and mentoring. So, each challenge was a lesson in disguise,
For sure.
right? Just looking at these setbacks like, yo, this is not what it is. But it was actually teaching us the importance of authenticity, relationship building, strategic learning, and above all else, resilience.
Brilliance.
You are going to get some thick skin. I'm telling you. Because when we tell you this is not a game for people without thick skin. And if you don't have thick skin, don't worry. You can definitely develop it. Darren and I didn't have thick skin. You know what I'm saying? That's what took us a minute.
We cried.
That's what took
We
us
cried a few
a minute. And
times.
look, we was people pleasers the whole nine. We had thin skin, we was people pleasers. And when I tell you, you learn how to have uh what do you call it, Daria? You learn to have some posture, right?
Yes, you do.
You learn to that's right. And you know what I'm saying? All of those experiences are what are gonna shape you into successful marketers. That's what shaped us into successful marketers. It's what allows us to guide others through their journey. If we weren't willing to go through the trenches, there's literally no way we would be able to get on here and tell you about the challenges that we had and how to overcome those challenges, because somebody that hasn't been through something, right? Somebody that doesn't have any experience in something cannot tell you what it's like.
Exactly.
How
For
many
sure.
degrees you have?
For sure. Say that again.
No, I say I don't care how many degrees you have.
Right.
It's just no substitute for experience. Like
That's for
experience is
sure.
the big daddy. You know what I
The
mean?
big daddy.
That's
Yep,
the
the
big
grand
daddy.
poobah.
What? You can tell somebody about things, you know what I mean? And 9 times out of 10, you'll have somebody, 9 times, the 1 time out of 10, my bad, I said that backwards. 1 time out of 10, you'll have somebody that'll learn from what you said But the other 9 times out of 10, people gonna experience it because we go through bumps and bruises, and sometimes we don't know how to handle these challenges. And that's why we're here to guide you because we've
Yes.
been there. We can empathize with you, and we know what it's like to be on this journey and feel like you are alone, right? Because
Hmm.
you think that your friends and family will support you, but this is something different, right? Your friends and family,
Hmm.
they love you, want you to do what everybody else was taught to do. Get a good job, get a good education, get a good, what I'm saying, get a good education, get a good job, you know what I mean, retire in 40 years,
Yes.
that whole thing. So
That whole
anytime you go against the grain, you're gonna have some
thing.
pushback, right?
Right.
And so that's okay because they
Just
always
accept
come
it.
around. That's the
Hmm.
beauty of
Accept it.
it. Right. At first everybody's like, she'll do nothing. But they're like,
Exactly.
well, then they're like, wait, she must do something. Like,
Because
you
she
know what
had
I
been
mean?
doing
Wait,
this, that, and the third. Like, wait a minute, hold up. And it may take
they can't.
years.
Maybe. And it takes consistency. Listen, consistency is what it takes. You can spend years doing all of the wrong things, and the years part is usually depending upon how much personal development you need,
Yeah.
right? That's what it is. It's the personal development that takes you time. Now, if you've already went to therapy, you done did your thing, you might be look, you might be ahead of a lot of people. But personal development a lot of times takes so long because so many of us have so many things that we've been through or gone through, right? And so we need to put those things aside, and personal development is how we learn how to deal with all that stuff in our bag.
Right.
So,
Exactly. Exactly. So as you can see, this is our slide. If you need to contact us, our phone number, our email. We appreciate you hanging out with us. I want to share one more thing with you before we leave. Um, there is a African American
and I thought
named.
that's is wrong. The phone,
You can hear me? Okay. So there's an African American. He is
I can't.
considered the
I just
highest
feel my
paid.
phone number wrong.
Say that again. Oh, okay. So he is the highest paid
Go ahead, because it's
MLM, and he's been doing MLM, I say, since his in his 20s. He's in his I think he's 40 now or 41. And his mother did not understand what he was doing. She had no idea. He has his own company now. He's putting on events and he's doing the thing. And his mom said herself, I did not know. I did not understand. But he did it anyway because that's what he wanted to do.
yes,
Going to school and do, that whole traditional thing, he said, that's not working for me. And of course, as a parent, you get upset because you want the best for your child.
right,
But you have to be strong enough to say, hey, that's not for me. And do what is for you, your passion, and make it work for you. And that's what
absolutely,
he did. And he is majorly successful. He just didn't become successful yesterday. He's been successful for quite some time, but at his own event, and she's seen those hundreds of people coming through because of what he did with his business partner. She said, wow, I get it now. So if you're nowhere near that level, you're having success. Don't expect your close friends and family to understand what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You know what you
absolutely,
need to do. And if you don't know what you need to do to be successful, then you need to find out.
that's right.
And Tikisha and I are here to help. Okay. So that's what we wanted to let you know, that being in the game is the place to be, especially if you want
Yeah,
financial freedom, if you want time
absolutely,
freedom. Online
absolutely.
marketing, network marketing is the place to be if that's what you're looking for. And that's all I got to say. On that note, so
And that's a wrap.
so we thank you guys for coming. Yeah, we did this in 45 minutes. Not bad, not bad. Even with the technical difficulties, we appreciate you hanging out with us. Please drop the word value in the comments if you've gotten value. Share this with your business besties, your team, just so it can help them on their journey. So until then, we will see you next week. And this call is a wrap. Later. Bye,
Later.
y'all.